just grab a pillow so I can just chat with you guys. And I would apologize about the birds and the cars and the fact I live on a main road, but considering the fact of this video is how to stop caring what people think, I don't think I'm going to.
Hello?
I'm upside down. Do I care? No. Is there blood rushing to my head and making me a little bit dizzy? Absolutely. But the focus of today's video is to stop caring what people think. Stop it, cut it out, put a pause to it. Don't subscribe to anything that people tell you. We'll get into it. Let's get into it. I'm a little bit dizzy now. It's a good start. We're off to a good start. This week, we are going to have a little chat about why you need to stop caring what people think. You are limiting yourself by relying on the opinions of other people. In this video, we are going to be covering how to stop caring about what other people think of your fashion, your hairstyle, your values and your beliefs and your opinion on different matters, and also the influence that Instagram and Snapchat stories have on how you perceive yourself and how you present yourself to the world. Get out of your head. Get out. There's the door, sis. Step out. Okay, fashion. Growing up was never the most fashionable icon I've ever met. That just wasn't really how it was gonna go down for me. I was a little bit of a chubby kid, you know, not gonna lie. I didn't really fit all of the fun, like trendy clothes that was at like my Target or, you know, wherever I shopped in those days, like probably Kmart or something, you know, $2, as you do. I don't know anyone who actually like spent any money on really expensive clothes when we were young, like at least the kids around me. I didn't ever noticed that was a thing until now, I think. Considering that, so I never really thought of fashion as a thing. I never really acknowledged its presence. I didn't really think anything of it when I was young. And then all of a sudden, I started kind of experimenting with what I was wearing, different patterns, colors, cuts, dresses, skirts, pants, shorts, different types of shoes, you know, the whole 9 yards. And I think that you shouldn't hold people's preconceived notions of you against yourself. You shouldn't think, oh, I won't wear this skirt because the colors don't match, or like this is kind of out there for me, or like I don't really see people wearing this. If you want to wear it, please, for all things good in this world, please wear it. It doesn't matter what it is. It'd be anything from like a fun pair of shoes, jewelry you think is kind of out of the way, even your makeup. Like, do what you like. I always think if someone came up to me and told me that my outfit looked great, I would feel great for the rest of the day. You know, it's just like those little things that are really helpful for everyone. We are young for such a small amount of time. And when you're young, you can make as many mistakes as you like. I love making mistakes because you just learn from them. You grow, you really can just be proud of such mistakes, and you know that you actually did something against the grain. And maybe it didn't work out, maybe it did, you never know, but it's just like you took the first step in going forward. And that's like such a thing with fashion. I have a really strong memory. I think maybe in year 9, and I came to school wearing my school uniform, my shoes, everything top to bottom was great, except my socks. I remember this so clearly. I had these white Nike mid-calf socks on, and like I pulled them up to the normal length that they should be. And I remember this one kid in my year was like, oh, Nikita, are your socks high enough? And I was like, what? I was subconscious about my sock length ever since. And everyone has those instances where they have like an interaction with like a peer or like a teacher or a parent or a sibling or a friend or anything, a stranger. It's a little comment like that that will put you off for the longest time. And I need you all to think about those moments, and you can do it with me right now. Think about the moment, like something that comes like really clear into your head, and just how different would my life be if I didn't let those things get to me like that, didn't make me change the way I do certain things or the way I wear my sock length. That's ridiculous. I personally, now that I've, you know, gone on my self-development journey, I wouldn't even waste my energy on commenting on someone else's sock length. They can wear what they want, you know? And I think it takes a certain person, and you need to surround yourself with these type of people that don't really give second thought about another person's exterior. And I think you just gotta stop caring. Honestly, I'm just like, I don't care. I'm so sorry, but I don't care. And sometimes it's just as easy as that. Or just like kind of stepping away from a situation and being like, you know what, this isn't for me. I don't really need this. Bye. Just cut them off. Which is so much easier said than done. But again, it's a journey. No one's there fully yet. Everyone continues to grow. The whole journey of self-love and such. Another thing that you should stop caring about is your hairstyle. I remember in year 9, I dyed my hair like fully pink. And it was super iconic. And when you do stuff like that, people are gonna notice, right? How could you not notice that I came to school with bright pink hair? How could you not? And whenever you do these drastic things, you're gonna be nervous, right? I wasn't really thinking, what if people don't like it? I was kind of thinking like, what are people gonna think about it? I didn't really care whether they liked it or not, but I was fixated on what their initial reaction would be. And I'd always be like, oh my gosh, do you like it? Like, isn't it fun? And I would try to force them to have a positive opinion on my own hair. I think you should spend your energy, instead of thinking, do they like it? How do they think? Oh, do they think it's cool? Do I like it? Do I think it's cool? Am I enjoying it? That's super important with self-expression in the form of hairstyles, hair, colors, cuts, styles, braids, pigtails, whatever you want. I also wanted to talk about the kind of ideas that are surrounded by different hairstyles. I fall victim to this all the time. I don't want to be seen younger than I am. I don't know what it is. Whenever I meet somebody, they always think I'm much older than I am. And I did take that as like a compliment for a really long time. But it's made me quite conscious of things that make me look younger, or even just make me look my age. I think it's just the strangest things. I would never wear pigtails. I personally think it pulls me down like 4 years. I am also on this journey of stopping caring what other people think. I think it's just such a waste of my energy and my time. Also trying to do things for myself. Like if I want to wear pigtails, sometimes I'll do it, and I'll think, oh, this looks great. And then right before I walk out the door, I'll take them out and put my hair in a low bun. It's just the little things. And I think it's just so important for us all to really just kind of move past that and kind of make conscious efforts to really just do things for ourselves. And I think it's the most crucial thing you can really work on at any point in your life, trying to really just live your life for yourself, because at the end of the day, there's only you. You are the only person you have to make happy. You have to feel your emotions yourself. No one's going to do it for you. And yeah, I love having a support system, but at the end of the day, it is me, it's my life. It's really just your choices that make your experience the way you want it to be. Next, I wanted to talk about how you should stop caring what other people think of your values and your beliefs. I think it's kind of insane that other people have opinions on your own opinions, which it would be naive for me to say that, oh, this is insane, like how dare they? No, I get it. Of course, everyone is entitled to their own, thought process. Coming back to the point of stop caring about what other people have your values and beliefs. Everyone has completely different upbringings. Their value systems are so different, like person to person. I think it's nearly impossible to try to compare apples and oranges. It's just, they're too different. They're just not the same. So stop it, cut it out, think what you want, believe what you want, be your own person, stop trying to rely on other people's opinions and values to justify your decisions. Mom just got home. I just need you to stop giving any thought on anything that anyone ever says. What other people think, what other people say, it's just not something that you really need to absorb. It's just not even necessary to anything that you're doing, especially if it's negative. If it's positive, absolutely absorb that, thrive. But if it's negative, I just think it's just not even worth your time. Next point is the idea of stories. So Snapchat stories, Instagram stories, Facebook, whatever you use. I always find that sometimes a little bit harder for some people to kind of swallow, I guess, like a hard pill to swallow, but nobody cares what you think either. Nobody is caring in the same way that you're trying to not care. It's kind of like a circular thing. You need to stop posting everything on your stories for everybody to see, because it gives them a platform to have an opinion on things that they have no idea what is going on. So for example, you're upset and you post a sad quote, or you attach some sad song to your story that has subliminal messages in the lyrics. You've also got to stop giving people the opportunity to develop an opinion. You've also got to be proactive in minding your own business as well. Stay in your lane, focus on yourself. If you don't give people the opportunity to have an opinion on you, so you've got to stop caring what other people think and thinking of you negatively. Oh, she's so lame, all those negative thoughts. Really just get rid of them. Put them in the trash, empty trash. You can't rely on other people's positive opinions either. You can't rely on other people's praise being the thing that enables you to do things. If you wear an out there outfit or wear your hair differently, then you've got to not rely on getting compliments either, which I think is nearly as hard as blocking out negative feedback as well. So it's just also something to think about. Keep your business to yourself and not to overshare. It's good to share, absolutely, the things that are going in your life, friends, people you trust, but I think it's another thing if you are just posting them on your stories, not in a way that provides context, because everyone's got private things. Talk to a friend, like a parent, a forum, or like a website, you know, anything that helps you. Because I always find that when I used to do that kind of thing when I was younger, it would make me feel quite vulnerable, because the likelihood of not receiving that kind of comfort, someone asking if you're okay because they've been kind of provoked by your type of post, that if you don't get that, that even makes you feel worse. Just another thing to think about in your journey of not caring what other people think. Kind of learning how to be okay on your own, kind of your self-love, your self-growth, being your own person and being your emotional backup yourself, which takes a lot of work. You've really got to be proactive about it, but I think it's so important to start thinking about and working on. Just to wrap up, I have absolute certainty that you are doing your absolute best and you are just doing everything you can to try to better yourself. And even if you aren't, you've watched this video, you've clicked on it, you're curious, you're still starting, you're kind of thinking about it. It doesn't matter where you are in your journey, and it's impossible to compare yourself to someone else's journey because you don't know where they started, you don't know how far along they are, you don't know really what's going on in their lives. Again, super important to stay in your own sphere where you know what's going on, you know all the details, you know how you feel, you know where you are and what you can handle and what you can cope with. And that is what I mean by staying in your own lane, thinking about yourself, not in a egotistical way, but in a way that makes sense to you authentically. Now you know not to care about what other people think. Cut it out, sis. Let it go. It's not good for you. Just not something you need in your life. Also, everyone makes mistakes, things that they're not proud of. Again, it's a journey. No one's going to be able to do self-growth perfectly because there is no measure of perfection. I don't think there's a certain frame or a certain kind of template for learning these things and trying to implement them into your lives. However far you've come, or if you've just started off, you feel like you're pretty content with where you are, you're doing great, sweetie. You're doing amazing. Keep going. I wish you all the best. I will see you all in the next one. Slayer.